AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all. Y'all know what this is. We in the morning. Wake up, AllBall.
Suckers.
I might need some glasses. My eyes are hurting. What's up, AllBall?
Nothing. You got me up early in the morning. Hopefully we talk about something good and it's not the Lakers or LeBron or, Bronny had a good game the other night. So long as we ain't talk about nothing like that, it'd be a beautiful morning.
Well, AllBall, the playoff picture has been painted. At least, like, partially. We got the 4th and 5th seeds, 3rd and 6th seed down packed. We know that. But we also know the 1st and the 8th seeds are not determined yet. Those matchups are not determined. Out west, of course, the Thunder and Spurs locked in the 1 and 2 seeds. We'll get back to that in a second. In the East, the 1st and the 8th and 2nd seeds, the Celtics, they're waiting on their first round matchup to be announced this week. By the 18th, we should know. The 17th, we should know. And of course, 3rd seed in the East, our Knicks, is official. The Hawks will be our opponent, as the Cavaliers will take on the Raptors to spell out the rest of the first round in the Eastern Conference. In the West, though, we got to cover this. We waiting for our guy, Big Fleet, never the little one, get on Knicks Rehab and talk more about the East tonight. But right now, you see the drama. Lakers versus Rockets, Nuggets versus Timberwolves, AllBall. Where we at with it?
Yeah. That's all I care about. Everything else is irrelevant. Like, I don't care who the Spurs or OKC played. That's going to be a waste of time. Like, Golden State is terrible. The Clippers is terrible. I would like to see Kawhi Leonard in the playoffs, right? Just to see what type of player, he's capable of being. But Phoenix, Portland, like, get all them out of here. That's a waste of time. These two matchups right here in the first round is legendary. And let me explain. You got LeBron James versus Kevin Durant. Let's be for real. Both of those guys may not end up on those teams next season. It's very possible LeBron is out of here. If Kevin Durant loses again in the first round, how do you bring him back in Houston? How does Ime Udoka and those guys want him back? So I think the parity in the storyline for these two, Greek gods, right? That is just old and to me over the hill. Yes, they can still play, but for them to be matching up in the first round, I'm being honest, the NBA and Adam Silver, you can't ask for something better, right? If we're talking sponsorship, money, stardom, you have KD versus LeBron, right? But then, the best series in the West, not even close, Denver versus Minnesota. My opinion, who's ever the winner of that is the only threat to the OKC Thunder. Denver or Minnesota, also a threat to the San Antonio Spurs. I love that series. I'm watching that bar none. You got Ant-Man against the Joker. Remember, Minnesota and Ant-Man knocked out the Joker, the last 2 seasons to get to the conference finals? Now, granted, Minnesota's not the same team. They lost a huge, impact player in the kid Alexander, right? Alexander Walker. Yeah. So I'm being honest. Unless Julius Randle has just out of this world series, unless Nazi Reed turns into the player that everybody expects him to be, because I'm gonna be honest, out of everybody, I haven't seen him take a leap yet. I watch a lot of players this season take a leap. So for me, I think Ant-Man is already proven. But I think Naz Reid, this has to be his come-out season. Like, if he doesn't have a great playoffs this first round, Minnesota might have to think about moving him, or Ant-Man may have to pull a Kevin Garnett. Y'all see the other night, him and Kevin Garnett embraced each other, right? I'm
Mm.
pretty sure after the fact, Kevin Garnett might have had a talk with him like, listen, bro, listen, I understand the love here, but if they can't get the guys around you to compete, you may have to go. And I'm going to be honest, we're going to talk tonight on Knicks Rehab about Knicks versus Atlanta. We already heard what Ant-Man said before. I'm coming home. If you add Ant-Man to this Atlanta Hawks team right now, Lord have mercy. Watch the hell out. So for me, you have two series in the West that it's a lot riding on this, Fabian. You got LeBron versus Kevin Durant. Those two guys still think they have enough left in the tank, right, to compete for a championship. Then you have Ant-Man and the Joker. Let's be for real. The Joker. All this we talk about, greatest center of all time, top 5 this, top 10 this. I'm hearing people saying he's one of the greatest offensive players ever, even better than Mike. You better not lose in the first round. So for me, the pressure on all of these players in the first round, I love it. I'm glad you ain't got to wait till the conference finals to see these juggernauts go at it. So you have LeBron versus KD in the first round. You have Ant-Man and the Joker in the first round. Fabian, the pressure's on. None of them can't lose in the first round. If any of these players and teams lose in the first round, things are going to get shooken up. So for me, this is what I live for. I love it. A week, less than a week away from the official playoffs. Yes, the playing starts tomorrow. But Fabian, this West, like I said, these series in the first round, those two, spectacular. The NBA couldn't have wanted it any better. Like, this is a money magnet. This is from an entertainment standpoint, from just a parody standpoint, from a historic standpoint, also for who's going to be the face of the league. You got Wimby, you got Ant-Man, you got the Joker. Do the Joker Ant-Man even want it? Like, so for me, I'm just ecstatic, bro. Just it's a beautiful time to be a basketball fan, bro.
We always point to the fact that the SGAs of the world, as much as Joker acts like he doesn't care, he plays like he cares. Ant-Man just giving it his all, and Wemby, of course, leading the way for the new era. It feels like they care, and that's the most important thing, especially going back to me saying that Barkley can't have an opinion, which was ridiculous for me to say. He definitely can have an opinion. I think my ultimate point was, let's not forget this new crop of players. Damn, they're showing the same love that Barkley and them had for the game. At the end of the day, say whatever you want about Charles. The highlight reel was insane. His championship series against the Bulls was insane. So that was against a peer, a contemporary, the major one, the Dandara, Michael Jordan. And I think for Ant-Man and Joker, that's interesting because Joker got him out of the playoffs a couple years back. And that was the toughest series that the Denver Nuggets had on their way to a championship. So this is going to be a slight little, I don't say rivalry, but they got something going on here. Do they have pressure? I think they have the pressure that we look forward to with players that, love the game. That kind of pressure where they embrace it. Now, with Kevin Durant, it's kind of like whatever. He's part of the old era. I'm not gonna lie to you. Does he really care about pressure? He thinks I'm Kevin Durant. You forgot who I was? LeBron. On the low, is LeBron excited about not having pressure? He got the excuse built in.
I
Yo, man, I'm
disagree.
41.
Good.
Hold
I'm gonna
on.
let you finish. I disagree.
I'm 41, and my two-star teammates are down. I tried my best. Look, I pulled a hamstring. I pulled the bubuzabulus. What we say, he's gonna come up with a new injury. I pulled the bubaculus.
Said I pulled my Abin Ngata. I forgot
Hold
what
on, man.
movie that was from.
What Tyson said? I broke my back.
I broke my spine.
I broke my spine. How'd you do that, Tyson? So I think he's playing with the least amount of pressure. But it's where LeBron tends to actually play at his best. Usually, when hey, I ain't expected to win anyway. I'm about to ball out. Every time I see LeBron in his life, when he doesn't when he knows, yo, man, he's supposed to win anyway. Fuck it. You seen him pull a I'm dehydrated in the championship against the Spurs. There was the pressure of the pressure, he's like, oh nah, man. This ain't for me, bro. But when it was, ain't no chips on the line like that. I'm good. I'm gonna go for 40 a couple times. Show y'all a little something.
I totally disagree. I think, and I'm a jump out the window. That's what I do. LeBron and Kevin Durant. I'm gonna go with both series. LeBron and Kevin Durant first. These playoffs are very important. Their legacy is on the line. Whether they want to believe it or not, whether you want to believe it or not, we're gonna be how we're gonna be as human beings. If LeBron loses in the first round, you already know what's going to be talked about. He's not the GOAT. Couldn't get out the first round. If Kevin Durant loses in the first round, another one, as DJ Khaled would say, right? You were supposed to be the piece to get Houston over the hump. Now, what it says about Kevin Durant's legacy. Like, seriously, if either one of these guys lose in the first round, and let's say Kevin Durant goes to another team, what is your legacy? LeBron James, what is your legacy in LA? You have AD and Caruso already saying that wasn't a real championship. So now LeBron James, the GOAT, another first round exit? No, Fabian, the pressure is on. And I don't care what nobody says. If you think LeBron ain't thinking like that, like, yo, please let me at least get out the first round. Because now to have another first round exit on your resume, nah, I don't care what nobody say. I don't care who got injured. I don't care about none of that. At the end of the day, you are the self-proclaimed GOAT. Some people think you're the GOAT. You are a great player. You got to step up to the challenge. So I think the pressure for both of these guys, they're going to act like it ain't no pressure. Everybody else is, but the real basketball fans know, and they know that, yo, wow, if I lose again, what are they going to say about me? Now let's go to Ant-Man and the Joker. This series might be the most important series for both of them. Yeah, it wasn't Ant-Man in the conference finals. Now we know winning the championship is elite. That's the most important. But this right now might be the second most important series in the Joker's career. And let me explain why. How long are you going to rack up and stack up these accolades, right? But you're not stacking up championships. If you lose in the first round, what do we say about the Joker now? The comparisons have to stop. Him better than Akeem, Shaq, right? Like, what happens then? How does the Joker feel if he loses in the first round? What does Denver do? Are we talking about now moving Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, doing a total rebuild? And like I said with Ant-Man, listen, out there in Minnesota, doing the best you can, another first round or just a first round exit. Does Ant-Man leave? Does Minnesota make more moves? Like, nah, Fabian, I disagree. The pressure for these four players is heavy. Heavy. And I think, they understand that. And that's what makes the NBA beautiful. That's what makes this Western Conference playoff series, these matchups, it's going to be extraordinary because whoever loses, watch the changes. Watch the talks around the basketball world. Watch how everybody gets dissected and disrespected. Watch how legacies take a hit. It's going to be insane. And I'm sitting here with my popcorn and I'm going to be watching.
It'll be the be all end all battle between LeBron fans and anti LeBron fans. Bragging rights. I mean, this is something we always talked about with LeBron. Yo, dog, if you pull this off, we're gonna have to give you the props that you're looking for, that you have said, that you claim you tap back into the monster, the young goblin LeBron, not the 41-year-old, damn near grandpa, the young Kang. Oh, ball. For all these guys.
Can I say one thing?
Of course.
If Kevin Durant loses again in the first round, can we stop that narrative that he can fit anywhere? I'm going to say it again. If Kevin Durant loses in the first round again with another team that was quote unquote loaded, and he was supposed to be the one that get them over the hump, can we please stop with that narrative that you can drop Kevin Durant anywhere in any system and he would fit? Because it's looking like the total opposite ever since he left Golden State. Like, so yeah, for me, a lot of basketball talk is going to happen. A lot of narratives is going to get spin and it's going to have to stop when some of these guys get up out of here in the first round.
A lot of narratives about the first round. Y'all can say whatever y'all want. We are here. The playoffs are officially starting. The
Hold
playing,
on,
of course.
Fabian, did we let people know? Wake up, get your ass up, hit that cash app, ABTV3 at all. Come on now, come on, wake up.
ABT. Wake up. ABTV3 is the Cash App. ABTV3 is the Cash App. What we talking about, baby Bubba? I'll tell y'all like this. We just talked about the first round. Who's in it? Who got the most pressure? I'll tell you who ain't feeling none of that. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's back at it with his shenanigans. Jesus Christ, AllBall. It's like we could never stop with the guy. Giannis on trade rumors entering the off season. Please, the phone is on Do Not Disturb. I feel like sometimes people just don't listen. They listen to the sources. I am the main source. It's me. It is what this is. Phone on Do Not Disturb. In case you did not hear me, I feel like sometimes people just don't listen. They listen to the sources. And the main source is me. It is what it is. AllBall. ABTV3 is the Cash App. ABTV3 is the Cash App. Never forget. Giannis, he's still making these headlines. Now he's saying he's disrespected by the Milwaukee Bucks. They question whether he's injured or not. And I guess he's saying it in a way where the everyone can question you for your injuries. And I don't even know what that affects when you're the one that's sitting down. I don't know. These guys are crazy, AllBall. What are your thoughts on Giannis still at it with his BS from overseas, man?
Man, at this point, I don't know. I don't know anything no more. Um, I've been saying this. I'm tired of hearing sources. I'm tired of hearing what this person said and that person said. If I don't hear from him, I'm not believing it. Straight up, simple and plain, Fabian. If I don't hear Giannis himself come out and say, I want to go to New York and that's the only team I want to go to, I'm done. I heard him say, I'm staying in Milwaukee. So for me, his ass is staying in Milwaukee. Until I hear him say otherwise, even in that statement, he still didn't say he want to leave. Right? Am I bugging?
Doc
He
Rivers
said,
put it out there.
he said, don't listen to the sources. If it ain't
Listen,
coming from me,
I am the main source.
right, right. So he didn't agree or deny any of the sources, right? So that's a funny way of saying things. You didn't say, yeah, I said it, but you didn't say I didn't say it.
Right.
So for me, the media game that the media is playing, that Giannis is playing, it's exhausting, bro. It's exhausting. Now I'm seeing headlines that, depending on what happens in the playoffs with Boston, they'll look to trade Tatum or Brown for Giannis. Like this Giannis thing, I don't know if he loves, the spotlight, but it's weird and it's silly. It's silly. Like I said, at the end of the day, this Milwaukee Giannis situation is a mess. He plays a part in it. He can stop all of it. He can literally stop all of it. You just use social media use it to say, hey, I don't want to be in Milwaukee no more. I want to go to New York. Make it happen. That's it. But for him to allow all these rumors and all this talk about him go on and he not really, discuss it or deal with it, I don't understand. There's too many huge platforms, too many huge podcasts to where he can address this, Fabian. Like you have too many. So for me, I'm over Giannis, bro. Like seriously, and then watching the Thanasis play the other night, knowing he's gonna have to come along. Listen,
Hold on a second. I saw the Thanasis hold the whole bench back when they elbowed the former Nick Jericho Sims in the jaw.
bro.
He held the whole bench back, man.
Bro, did you
He's
see?
working for his money.
If you have time, can you pull up the Thanasis highlights from the other night?
Nah, come on, man.
Dog. So for me, listen, man. Kudos for Giannis getting his brother's jobs. Kudos for him being one of the greatest players we've ever seen. But on the flip side, I don't know. I don't know if any team would want this. I'm being honest. Like this is not appealing. This is not attractive. This is not attractive, Fabian. I'm sorry. Is he a great player? Yes. But if I'm a GM, if I'm a head coach, if I'm an owner, I don't know if what I've seen from Giannis this season I would want to put up with, especially if it's not guaranteeing me a championship. Giannis isn't guaranteeing you a championship. At one point in time, LeBron James guaranteed you at least a trip to the finals. Can we like say that with a straight face? Can you right now say anywhere Giannis goes, he's guaranteed at least a finals appearance?
Well, where he's currently at, it certainly wasn't the case all ball. But his coach, Doc Rivers, did speak to his situation and how it felt.
And then the Giannis situation has been really rough for everyone, including Giannis. So this has not been a fun year, but every year is not going to be fun. And you don't have great years every year, and you just deal with it. So I look at it, I put it in that compartment, and not nearly as bad as it may look on the outside.
What does Giannis want?
Oh, boy. I don't know. And we talk probably more than anyone. Dan, it's a tough one because he has done such a great job here in Milwaukee, right? And yet he still wants to win a title. And clearly we have to do a better job here with our roster to make that even look like a possibility. And if we can't do that, then he's going to look outward. And so I think that's a twofold answer. I think, one, if we had all the pieces here, I have no doubt he'd want to stay here. But we don't. And so that puts him in a tough spot.
There you have it, AllBall. He told you. We ain't got the position. we ain't got the pieces. Pick up the pieces. He ain't got the pieces, AllBall. What you want from this man?
I'm going to say something that's unpopular.
Uh-oh.
You've alluded to this a lot. And now I'm going to agree with you. Y'all niggas ain't LeBron James and stop trying to be like LeBron. Bro, you in your prime. I'm not going to lie, LeBron in his prime, he's taking his Milwaukee Bucks to the finals. I'm sorry.
To the finals?
Yeah.
Against
in his
us?
prime. Yeah. Yes. I'm sorry. Bro, these niggas need to admit they need help. I'm not a LeBron fan, but LeBron in his prime, he was guaranteed a finals appearance, bro. Worst case conference finals. We all need to understand Giannis, a lot of these guys, bro, y'all not him. And it hurts me to say that because you know me. I'm a LeBron hater. I'm not a fan. Great player, right? That's a whole nother story. But we need to understand that Giannis is not a guy that you're going to put on your team and he's going to have above average players around him and you're going to be successful. He's going to need to be a part of a semi-super team like he had in Milwaukee. right? With a Drew Holiday, with Chris Middleton being healthy, playing out of his mind, Brook Lopez who can stretch, like Bobby Portis, all those guys. Like, so for me, to me, that's where the problem lies. Giannis may think he's in that sentence, in that breath, right? When you're talking about the upper echelon. Bro, you're not. You're not. Admit that you need to go to a team that can help you win a championship. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't know if it's you helping them win a championship. Yeah, I'm going there.
Uh-oh.
I'm going there. Yeah. And Doc Rivers, you're lying. Because if you spoke to him all the time, you would know what he wants. So how do you, Fabian, I speak to you every day. How do I not know what you want? Doc Rivers is trying to cover this thing up. You heard him. It looks more of a mess on the outside. No. This thing is a mess. That's why you left. You're out of there. And now Giannis might stay now because Doc Rivers left. How about that? How about that? Fabian, at the end of the day, a lot of these guys are in their prime. Yeah, they're racking up accolades. They're racking up numbers. But they are not racking up championships and championship appearances. That's the problem with a lot of these star players. And to gut a team for some of these guys and you're not even a finals appearance, no. So for me, I think Giannis shot himself in the foot. Yeah, I think he's jamming himself up, bro. Like, seriously, because what's going to happen is you're going to go to a team, they're going to have to gut it out and give up everything, and it's going to be Milwaukee all over again. It just may be a better city and a better coach. But if you can't even get to the play-in, what makes you think with a half better roster, you're going to win championships? Nah, this situation is bad, and they're trying to cover it up. But I think Giannis, he jammed himself up. This is on him. I'm sorry. This is on him. And I'm over it. I don't know if I want Giannis no more than the Knicks, especially if you got to gut damn near the whole team. Because now what we going to be? The Milwaukee Knicks? Because that's all it's going to be if you got to give up Hart, OG, Bridges, and what, Mitchell Robinson? Or even if you got to give up, let's say, Cat and OG with Deuce. Like, it's going to take something like that. Is Giannis going to be able to take that team to the finals? It's a big question mark with Giannis now, bro. For me, I'm kind of over him.
Oof. Doc Rivers, the slickster, out of there. He's been fired, but who knows how that worked out. He made another $30 billion from the Milwaukee Bucks. We know how that went, AllBall. He got his man fired. It's a disaster over there. I like that you giving me props early this morning. I don't know if AllBall's really sleeping because he doesn't give me props. But it's sad what happened with it was happening with Giannis, and I love the point that you made. It as a matter of fact, now I remember what I was going to say. Putting LeBron in that position doesn't just mean you put LeBron as the number one player on your team. We know he's also Le GM.
Exactly.
He plays out his contracts. He didn't play these kind of games during the season. Yeah, he faked his injuries. We think so, allegedly. But we also believe that he's putting pressure on the organization to trade the entire organization while he's still playing there to give you a better chance. And the proof is in the pudding. D Wade, one of his best friends, apparently, was on the Cavaliers, and they traded his ass. And he revamped the team, and they made it to the finals. So there is some credence to what you're saying. I just think this is a stronger Eastern Conference, so it's a bit different when it comes to that. But at the end of the day, LeBron's approach, no matter how much you dislike it, and AllBall might dislike it more than Skip Bayless, he's still proven to be a part of winning when it matters most. And what matters most, AllBall, for a lot of these players, before we talk about chips, we're not there yet. We talking MVPs, man. We talking MVPs. Hey, chat, I might need your help with this because every site I go to is saying that Wemby's only registered for 64 games played. If that's the case, isn't he disqualified from the awards? I'm not sure, but please verify this before we begin to talk about who the hell really deserves MVP. We know Wemby basically got Defensive Player of the Year on Smash if he was eligible for it. But all ball is SGA a lock for MVP now? Everybody's just, I get it. Best record in the
So
league. But if we're
right.
being honest, best record in the league, only 2 games ahead of the Spurs with Mr. Wembanyama.
So I got to give a shout out to my son Chopin, right, aka Chop, right. That's my guy. And the other day, he loves basketball just as much as us, right? And we had this discussion, and he brought up Wimby, like, yo, Dad, you think Wimby? And I said, not this year, right? I said, let's compare numbers. And when you bring up Wimby's numbers on the season, he doesn't average enough. I think Wimby is at 25. He's
Mhm.
only averaging like maybe close to 12 rebounds, 11 rebounds, right?
Well, he's fourth in the league in rebounding.
Right, but what is he averaging though?
11.
Right. For me, that's not enough. He's only averaging 25 points. So, yeah, he's only 2 games behind the Thunder, but one is still better than two, no matter what, right? The gap is. When you bring up SGA, bro, he's averaging 30. He's averaging like 6 assists or something. He's averaging almost a block. Like, and then when you look at the Joker numbers, right? The Joker is the 3rd seed, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Right. When you look at Joker numbers, so when we're talking about numbers, and I understand what Wimby is saying, bro, he doesn't average enough. If Wimby averaged 28 and 15, then we're talking. Bro, he don't average enough. Niggas is averaging 30 and they sleep, dog. Like, and I don't want to have to defend SGA or the Joker because I like Wimby. But Wimby isn't averaging enough. And when me and my son really broke it down, we was sitting down for like 40 minutes and he had his phone out and we was comparing all the numbers. And he's like, nah, you might be. I said, yeah, I'm trying to tell you, like, averaging 25 isn't enough unless it's a triple double. Like, averaging 11 rebounds at 7'5", bro, it's not enough. I know it sounds insane, but I'm just putting myself in the voter's mind. Like, yo, bro, you 7'5", you an alien. Bro, if you gave me 28 and 15, 3 blocks, okay, now we're talking. Is he still top 3, top 5 candidate? Yes. But I can't put Wembanyama over SGA, and I'm being honest. I can't put him over the Joker because we have to go by the numbers. If the Joker was the 6th or 7th seed, then Wemby got him. But the Joker's the 3rd seed. Aaron Gordon been injured. We know how inconsistent Jamal Murray is. And when you really look at that Denver Nuggets roster, it's not a good roster. That shit is the Joker. So, no knock to Wemby. Listen, Shaq said it before. When you're a big man like that and you skill like that, bro, you got to average 30 on these niggas. So for me, Wembanyama might have to blame his teammates because I always told you, Fabian, there's too many games where he doesn't touch the ball. Until they make him a priority, where you got to get him to average 28 to 30, he can run the league. But if you averaging 24, 25, that ain't going to cut it when guys like SGA is averaging 30 and they sleep. Sometimes averaging 30 plus. And he's still giving you defense or NBA style defense. He's still giving you assists. He's still giving you damn near block. So I'm going to be honest. I love Wembanyama. To me, it ain't even got nothing to do with the 65 game rule. His numbers for me isn't good enough.
That's crazy. You say that, all ball, because number one, some people are saying he played 65 games. I counted that he missed 18 games, according to his basketball reference, and I think on NBA.com, guys, please do me a favor and check that out, y'all, because he did not play last night in last night's game.
He looked disappointed too. He looked very disappointed on that bench. It was a play where the Joker scored and San Antonio called a timeout, and the Joker was walking to the bench like kind of happy, which I don't know why. And when they put the camera to Wemby, Wemby was like, you could tell he was like damn, like as if he wanted to play.
Oh, so Poop Ballo is saying Wemby played the extra game in the NBA Cup. They don't count it for the regular season. So that's the 65th game people might be talking about. Yo, that might be. Is anybody talking about this?
Fabian, so now it makes sense. Maybe that's why last night it seemed like he was soaking and pouting. Like I only watched maybe the first half, but every time they had the camera on him, the 2, 3 times I've seen him, Fabian, he did not look happy.
So we got to get this down pat because maybe nobody's talking about it because it's not the case, and he's eligible because of what you're saying, Poop Ballo. Because you're saying he's still eligible for Defensive Player of the Year. I'm going with the fact that he's eligible for with 65 games played. The San Antonio Spurs last year, when Wemby played 46 games, they finished with 34 wins, 34 and 48. This season, out of the playoffs, by the way, last year. This year, they go from 34 wins to 62.
Yeah, almost doubling their wins.
Yeah, that's the stuff we talk about with Larry Bird. We talked about it with the kid Conker Nibble when he came to the Hornets. There's something about them that impacts the winning. They connect all the dots for the players on that court. SGA may be the front runner because, like you said, his teammates, the way he rallies them, the way they rally around him, it's incredible, of course. But now we're up against, if you're SGA, it ain't just Wemby. You made a great case for Joker as well. And then you throw in Cade Cunningham and Jaylen Brown. A lot of these first place votes, they're going to start to veer off into a Wemby, into a Joker, into a Cade. They're getting first place votes. And this thing is divvied up into first, second, I think third place votes. Wemby has totally made a case for himself to get a lot of first place votes. Defensively, you spoke to 30 points per game. Fourth straight season that SGA has averaged 30 points a game. Amazing. Averaging a career high in field goal percentage with 55%. Averaging a career high in three-point percentage, 38%. Career high in assists, 6.6%. But Wemby, listen, dog, the 11 rebounds a game, I don't know what you sniffing at. That dude weighs 120 pounds. He's killing. And that's a totally different team when Wemby sits on the floor, when he sits on a bench.
Agreed.
Totally different team.
Yeah,
I think you lose the era of the air of invincibility when Wemby's not on the court. And you could literally see the difference between that effort with him on and off the court. It's the same thing I seen when Randy Moss was on the field. It's the same thing I seen when LeBron was on the court, Michael Jordan's on the court. He got that thing. He got that thing to him all ball. And I think if it was a co-MVP, if he snuck in there and got the MVP, I wouldn't be mad at it. Promote the game the way you can, Adam Silver, for once.
I get what you're saying, and it seems like up here on Wake Up All Ball, we're trying to, you know, get Wemby in there. And let's be for real, he's gonna have opportunity to win multiple MVPs. But when you have guys like SGA and the Joker in the NBA, and then now you have a Cade Cunningham on the come up, you can't leave nothing on the table, Fabian. He just doesn't average enough. I'm sorry. Like right now, you can pull up what he averages for the season. And then you pull up SGA and then you pull up the Joker. No disrespect, bro. He falls behind. And like I said, with the Joker being the third seed, bruh, because to me, that plays a part, right? If you bring up their averages, go ahead. I can't hear you.
Hold on. You got the averages 30 points a game for SGA. With
Yeah, no, but go all right, but do it one by one. Go with SGA. Give me his average on points, rebounds, and assists. Because you already broke down the field goal percentage and 3-point percentage, which that plays a part as well. But give me SGA's average, points, rebounds, assists, and we're gonna do that for SGA, Joker, and Wemby.
right. So SGA averages 31 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 6.6 assists per game.
So he basically averaging 31 and 7 assists. Go ahead.
Okay. Joke is at 27 points per game, 27.7, 10 assists, 10.7, damn near 11, and 12.3 rebounds a game.
Bro, that's 20. So he averaging 28, 11, and 12.
Right.
So hold on. SGA 31 and 7, Joker 28, 11, and 12.
Correct. And now, mind you, let's not forget, we're talking about a guy who has played 11 years in the NBA. He figured his game out. SGA, this is his 8th year in the NBA. Wemby, in his 3rd season, is going to be the defensive player of the year.
Yeah.
the
Without
defensive
question.
player of the year,
Without question.
and they're not in that conversation.
Get to the numbers. Stop trying to.
Oh, I'm
Stop.
sorry. I was
No.
I wasn't Sandman in it right now. God bless the dead. That was the guy that was on Bill Cosby. That we challenged. All
Yeah.
ball presented a challenge right
Yeah.
now.
Hey, chat. Y'all see him over here? He trying to sugarfoot y'all, and yeah, nah. Get to the
Hello, my
numbers.
baby. Hello, my darling. Wemby was averaging 25 points per game, along with 11 and a half rebounds, 3 assists, 3.1 blocks.
Nice. Now
Leading the
stay
league.
there. Stay there. The 25 is where you lose me. I'm sorry. I'm not saying Wemby isn't great. But when Joker's averaging 28, 11, and 12, SGA averaging 31 and 7. Listen, I told you I love Wemby. 25 and 11 is not cutting it, bro. The 3 blocks is, listen, that's impressive. But Fabian, when you look at that right there, and then you look at SGA is the number 1 seed, Joker the number 2 seed, and as you say about Wemby and San Antonio, if Wemby is gone, what about when the Joker isn't with the Denver Nuggets? Them niggas look like a G League team, bro.
Nah, with Jamal Murray there. Again, another vet. You bugging. Aaron Gordon coming back. These guys have won a championship. You got championship ingredients there. Nobody on the Spurs has won a championship. Harrison Barnes, we know what it is.
He won a championship. What are you talking about?
Oh, he did win the chip? Oh, I forgot. I'm so disgusted with his bummage in that second chip where he missed 25,000 shots. That you're right. I'm sorry.
Right.
He won the chip.
But let me ask you a question.
Hold on, but Harrison Barnes and Jamal Murray and Aaron Gordon are two different leagues. Just like Joker and SGA are in 2 different leagues compared to Wemby as far as scoring. But on the offensive end, he makes the game easier. He's still a threat. And defensively, the steals and the blocks, the same way you saying they average way more points and Joker creates way more with the assists, Wemby turns around so many more points defensively. Yes. You can't score on him because he's on the court. So so he's not giving up. You're giving up less points with him on the court. Therefore, he doesn't have to average the 30 all ball.
So great point. We know Wemby alluded to this, saying that, defense is 50% part of the game, but we all know when they talk about MVPs, they leave defense out. Now, do I agree with it? No, but that's what it is. Fabian, if you're a guy that has a vote for MVP and you just read those 3 averages out, are you voting Wembanyama number 1? And you know he's not the number 1 seed?
For me, it would the first place vote. I'm biased with defense. I'm gonna have to shock the world and go with Victor Wembanyama.
I guarantee you that will be your last time having a vote. Nowhere in the world. No, listen. 25, 11, and 3, impressive. 28, 11, and 12. You're averaging a triple-double, and you're the 3rd seed. Then you have SGA, who didn't have a drop-off. Usually, after a guy wins an MVP, they may take a step back, right? Their belly is full now. No, I'm still averaging 31 and 7, and I'm the best team not only in the West, but in the NBA.
Hold on. Because I love how you gloss over the fact that he's a 2nd seed, right? Victor Wembanyama and got the Spurs 2nd seed. Joker, the 3rd seed, right? They both played 65 games according to the people. They both played 65 games. Who had more L's on that record, AllBall? Who had more L's on that record? I'm talking about the Spurs lost 20 games this year. 20. Your man missed 18. The Joker and them lost 28. That's an 8-game disparity. No, stop fronting on my man, Victor. Victorious. It says it in his name. He was born a winner. He was named the winner from out the birth canal, AllBall.
Not a problem. How many games OKC lost?
18.
There you go.
No.
The winner.
No.
Shea, Gilchrist, Alexander. You set yourself up. If we gonna go with that precedent, then look, perfect picture. Got him.
No way.
You lose. Listen, Fabian, all jokes aside, listen, man, all these guys are having a great season. This is probably one of the closest MVP races we've seen in a long time. I don't think if you pick either one, you're gonna be wrong, right? But like I said, this MVP race is so close that you're gonna have to go to the numbers. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to go to the numbers. And for me, if Wemby had 3 more points, that's how huge 3 more points mean, bro. Averaging 28, maybe 29. So I guarantee you, he knows that. And he can't leave no food on the table, bro. You got to finish your breakfast. Averaging 25 today is not enough to win an MVP when these guys are averaging 30 plus or averaging triple doubles. I'm sorry, but not this year, Wemby.
Well, there you have it, folks. Wake your ass up. Hit that ABTV3. That's the Cash App. ABTV3. That's the Cash App. AllBall TV3 underscores. Join us on Instagram. Show us support. Get the push going, man. Y'all see we on fire out here in these streets, these internet streets. Huh? AllBall, any last words before we get going?
Tonight, 8 o'clock, Knicks Rehab Special Edition. We are discussing the East. But y'all know what we want to discuss. We know what y'all want us to discuss. It's locked in stock, y'all. The stage is set. Saturday, April 18th, 6 o'clock. Atlanta Hawks versus the New York Knicks. Fabian, everybody say Atlanta wanted us. Everybody say we're going to have a problem. We're going to lose. So you know what? We're going to discuss that tonight. 8 o'clock live. Knicks Rehab Special Edition. NBA Eastern Conference Playoff Series. The matchup everybody looking forward to. Who cares about any other matchup? Knicks versus Hawks. Be there, be square. Live tonight, 8 o'clock. Get y'all asses in the building.
AllBall suck. AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.